Hey, good afternoon. This is Hugh. Today I want to talk about this K-zone shooting rest. No, actually I don't. I had something showing up yesterday, and that's what I want to talk about. It's in this box over here, and I am really super excited about this. And this just showed up. Go. Let's get this in the rest. Everybody knows, who knows me knows, I just really enjoy my UMAREX Javelin Arrow launcher, CO2 arrow rifle. But this just showed up. Let's get it honest. So what we have here is the UMAREX AirSaber, which I think I like to call it a P.C.B. Arrow Carbine. And it says P.C.B. Arrow Carbine rifle on the box, but I think that's like one too many names. But anyhow, let's read the quick stuff off the box here. High pressure shaft technology. That goes back to what we were talking about with the other one, that these arrows have to withstand a bunch of pressure because the arrow actually slides over a tube. You get this big blast of energy. So obviously the arrows have to be pretty strong. And it has a straight flight technology, same thing as the Javelin. Instead of with the power coming from inside the arrow, it's going to fly straight. It's not going to have any torque on it like it would if it was shot from a compound bow or whatever. So that's pretty cool. And they're saying 450 feet per second. Now I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, but with the Javelin they said 300 feet per second. And I pulled off a shot with a brand new cartridge, 80 plus degrees out, that was 366 feet per second. And I believe my first 4 shots were like 350 or higher. So, but this isn't CO2. This is high pressure air, which tends to be a whole lot more consistent. So I'm thinking, unless they don't want to scare people, that this number is probably pretty correct. So, alright, and it comes with the 3 arrows, and that's pretty much for the box here. Yeah, it says PCP, 450 per second, that stuff. Okay, that's good. But anyhow, here's the arrows, much like the arrows for the Javelin, longer of course. Wow, field tips are pretty sharp, that's impressive. So, they look a little different on the end. They're more metallic than the ones for the Javelin were just like carbon right to the end. These have like a metal, and I'm assuming that's for strength or to avoid cracking. Pre-fletched, of course, with a fletch that says UMAREX on it. That's kind of neat. So anyhow, let's talk about the Arrow Carbine. Okay, it doesn't matter if my face is, you don't want to look at me anyway. Anyhow, this is a rear cocking deal right here. And another thing I like right here, this is kind of cool. You've got 3 Picatinny rails right here. So right off the bat, I know this is where my BiPod's going to go. And then I'm assuming the quiver will go on one side or the other, whichever works out better. And that'll leave me another rail for, say, hunting light. I don't know that you can shoot at night, but that's just one option. Or a action camera. So that's kind of neat. And this thing looks ferocious with that top tube on it, doesn't it? But that's basically a shroud for the tube, the air tube. That's what they're calling it, an air tube. That's the arrows slide over that, just like on the Javelin. And here's our gauge right down here. You see that? It's color coded. That's nice. I don't think the trigger's adjustable, but don't quote me on that. It's fairly smooth. It's got a little bit of ridge in it, not super comfortable, and I haven't fired this yet, so I can't talk about the trigger any more than that. But there's a rear cock and air bow, and you got the Picatinny rail here, which is awesome. Paddle shoulder piece, not super soft, but you know, these don't have a lot of kick in it. But there she's, oh, that feels good. Anyhow, I'm really, basically I just wanted to announce that this arrived. But it's got good weight too. It's not like unbelievably heavy, just heavy enough to feel solid. I like that. And this is, the stock is all composite material. It appears to be a flat army green, which is fine. It looks better in real life than it looked on the internet. I'm very, now that I'm actually looking at it, really like, has that kind of that safety built into the trigger, which some people don't like, some do. Doesn't particularly bother me, so I'm okay with that. Left-handers might not like that too much because it's obviously it isn't ambidextrous. So, and it's got some labeling on this side of the, I guess we'll call it this would be the breech anyway. But anyway, this is UMAREX AirSaber. And on the other side, there's a little bit of printing. Let's see if I can make this out. Max fill tank pressure, 3,625 psi or 250 bar. And then there's a serial number for the airbow, which is kind of cool. And over here you got another UMAREX logo. And then you have the normal warnings. This was not a toy. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you could say that, huh? And the foot-pounds of energy that this thing delivers is just incredible. Now this will vary by the size of broadhead or field tip you're using, but they're showing it at 169 foot-pounds of energy. So not only is this not a toy, but this thing will drop anything that walks on this continent, at least the lower part. So, and I'm serious. At the right range, this will keep you in meat all winter long. Now, the other problem is not really a problem, but a concern. This is kind of a new technology. I'm assuming in a lot of places they don't even have regulations about these yet. So, some places they're not legal to use. I don't know that they're technically illegal to use, but I'm assuming as this technology proves itself, which it will, that this might take a little time. Like here, crossbows were illegal for a long time, and then they became legal for people that were physically handicapped or challenged, that couldn't draw a regular bow or compound bow. So I think I think the air-powered arrow launchers, or CO2 for that matter, but I don't know how they're going to make out. But I think these PCP arrow launchers will do fine in with the right representation, and I think that eventually these will probably be legal. They're very effective. They're very accurate. And let's face it, the big concern that a lot of people have with archery is humane kill. Or is it a humane kill or is it not? Is it going to bleed out? How long is it going to take? Without perfect shot placement, you wound the animal and it suffers. But I literally saw a guy shoot a deer with one of these and knock it over. I mean, it just went over like you shot it with a high-powered rifle. Unbelievable. And I think I'm not sure if this is the arrow rifle or the one that I saw, but I saw a guy take out a bison with an arrow launcher, that might have been the Crossbow one. I'm not really sure, but the point I'm making is this is a very serious piece of hunting equipment. I'm really excited about it, and I just wanted to give you a quick look at it and leave the box to you. And I'll mention how it comes packaged. It's thick foam in the bottom with cutouts for Arrow Carbine, PCP Arrow Carbine fits in this cutout real nice. And I thought, boy, if you could find the right size case, you could maybe transfer this foam right into that case. And then you'd have it in there nice and snug. And there's also, I didn't get the scope because I already have a scope for this. So there was no point in that. And I've got a BiPod I'm going to use on it. Anyhow, that's really all I got for today. I just wanted to talk about this AirSaber because I'm really excited about it. And I'll show it again, obviously, when I get a more in-depth review of it. And I'll show the things, how I'm going to outfit it. And maybe you'll get some ideas you like, maybe you won't. You know, I just... and I'll be doing another one about the javelin because it's all set up now. It's I've done everything I'm going to do to it, so I'll either keep it or sell it. But it's finished. And what's really cool is I wanted to put on the javelin. This isn't there, so this just comes down. You know, there's no brace here. And I wanted to get a slip cover for the grip to make it a little fatter, make it a little grippier. And it has the combat finger things, whatever I call them, molded into it. So I was having a hard time trying to find some kind of grip to slide over it. So I came out with a pretty interesting solution. I'll share that with you when I do that final video about the javelin being 100% finished. So anyhow, really excited about this. I can't wait to air. And I haven't even aired it up, so I'll air it up. You know, let it sit overnight or a day and a half. Make sure it's all good and airtight, and then I'll start putting the things on it that I need, and then we'll eventually do a shooting video. Because of the power of this, I'm probably going to have to take this out to the farm. My buddy Tom was a shooting buddy of mine. He's got a range set out up on a farm, and I'm probably going to have to do that out there. So that could take a little while. So anyhow, just wanted to let you know what's going on. And hey, be careful, stay safe, and keep your distance. Wear a mask. And we're talking about disease here, so wear your mask, keep your distance. We got to get this thing under control. So, hey, take care of yourself. I hope all's going well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.